Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Mass Effect 3. So, let me go ahead and apologize now if the audio gets a little bit, like, if I don't do a lot of talking later on. My goal is to do at least 2 hours worth of recording. Making sure to move everything quietly. So, yeah. That's the idea. As for whether or not that's going to work, well... Now, if I remember correctly, we were done in this system. Yeah? Yeah, we're done. We're done in Kite's Nest. Okay. So, I now have side missions available, which is great, because of course that means I have stuff to do. Odds are I'm not going to get to them before I'm done recording. So, 2 hours worth of recording, and I'm still not going to get all this stuff done. I need to... This I'm not worried about. Like I said, I usually save that until later. We've got stuff here to do, but more importantly, man, I gotta start collecting stuff from the systems. As far as the system collection stuff goes, I think what I'm gonna do is, like, for the most part, cut out all the audio and just show you guys me collecting all the stuff. I'll have everything, like, I'll set everything up where it's all, so everything's been explored and I have all the stuff, and then you guys will see me collecting everything, but you won't actually get to see me doing all the scans, chiefly because it's just really kind of boring. I mean, believe me, it's way better than Mass Effect 2 system, but it's still not as good as the old Mass Effect 1 system, in my opinion. I miss the Mako.
You're cleared to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
I'll handle it.
Yes, Commander.
I still think driving around in the Mako was by far and away the most fun. Alright, so we need to go talk to the black market guy, and that'll finish off all of Arya's stuff. And I think we're done with Huerta. We'll check it. I mean, it's not like it's going to be that big of a... I mean, the loading times in this game are not Fallout 4 style loading times. Okay, yeah, we're good. So she's done. So I don't have to worry about that. There are a few things I need to take care of. I need to check the embassies. I shouldn't have anything there, but... You can never be too... Oh, yeah, that's right. I need to go pick up those mercs. Okay, so let's go down here. All the way over here.
You're back, huh?
Here, I've got some pieces for you.
Done deal, Commander. Check in with General Oraka. You'll see I'm making C-Sec very happy.
Yay. See, diplomacy. How much I absolutely abhor diplomacy.
Commander Shepard, I was just contacted by a black market dealer who's donating high-end weapons to C-Sec. He wanted you to know. Sounds like you came through.
And the Blue Suns can go about their business.
Now we'll be focusing on Citadel defense. It won't bring Palaven back, but it's something. Thank you, Commander.
Yay!
Hey, I remember you. Shepard, right? Heard you're fighting the Reapers.
Matriarch Athena. You were working on Ilium. How'd you end up here?
With the Reapers making noise, I figured it was time to get somewhere safer. So I moved here.
I don't think so. I've seen some video footage of you looking at Liara.
Yeah. Matriarch Benazia was her mother. And, well, she doesn't know it, but I was her father.
You mean you were her other mother, right?
No, I didn't pop her out. Hell, she's never even met me.
Sorry. If you were human, you'd both be called the mother, regardless of which one gave birth.
Well, I'm not human, am I? Anthropocentric bag of dicks.
Liara would love to meet you.
Why? She doesn't even know me from a hole in the ground. Benazia ran off before the kid was born. Besides, this isn't charity work. She's one of the biggest intel brokers in the galaxy. And she's got some shady connections. Like a girlfriend who used to work for Cerberus.
I only worked with Cerberus to fight the Reapers.
And you're not with him now. I know. If you were, you wouldn't get within a light year of Liara.
Is that a threat?
I'm no commando, but I've had 1,000 years to learn to fight dirty. Nobody messes with my girl. Anyway, you combine her work with Benazia and... well, the matriarchs might have ordered a hit. I hadn't agreed to keep an eye on her.
That's not gonna happen.
No argument here. I only took these crap jobs to keep the matriarchs happy that she's under control.
Just as long as we're clear. Nobody messes with my girl.
Maybe you're good enough for her after all.
I bet she'd like to meet you.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes.
So, awesomely, I actually did get the dialogue options that I wanted, although this does make things a little bit more difficult.
That bartender over there?
The matriarch hired by the Asari government to track my movements?
She's your father.
I know.
You know?
I'm a very good information broker.
And you haven't talked to her about spying on you?
If I did that, they might send someone who wasn't as sympathetic to me. Besides, this is hardly the time for family reunions.
Liara.
Oh, fine.
Because, of course, if anyone can convince her to do it. Also, the conversations between them are just golden.
Come on. Can't blame the matriarchs for keeping an eye on you.
I am not my mother.
You did threaten to flay someone alive with your mind.
I had to make them take me seriously. I wasn't going to actually do it. And... you bugged my office on Ilium.
That'd be the logical conclusion. Yeah.
Like, just the dialogue options, like the conversations between those two, are insanely hilarious. Because there's just some things you don't want to know.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Please select the destination.
But, you know,
One
when you're
moment, please.
1,000+ years old.
Now arriving
Yeah.
at docking bay D-24.
Like, yeah. So I actually need to go find those mercenaries real quick. So, this is what's gonna happen. I'll jump to the different systems, do the scans, and then, when I come back, basically I'll have all the systems scanned out and I'll just run around and pick everything up. Now, I might end up having to do a mission only because there's a couple systems that, like, you can't scan some systems without having the Reapers, like, crop up on you, which is really stupid in my opinion, but... Survivors, Cerberus presence. So yeah, this one doesn't show up. It might also be in a system that's not unlocked yet. So give me just a second, and I'm going to kind of run around and do all the system scans that I need to do. Come back, and we will just go from there, I guess. Thank God Kite's Nest is done. Okay, so, first and foremost, let me state that I jumped to the wrong system. That was my fault. But, you know, consistency. I have officially cut out about 20 minutes worth of footage because I've been screwing things up left and right. First off, I didn't realize I could actually do the Krogan DMZ right now. Like, I didn't realize I could scan it. I thought the system was still closed off for some reason. But secondly, and more importantly, I need to do a mission because some of the areas have Reapers in them, and the easiest mission to do right now is to investigate Cerberus' presence. So let's take... we'll go Girl Squad. Because, you know... Well, just wait. You'll understand. That's why. Finally sculpted. Okay.
Shepard Cerberus' landing forces away from the Tachanka battlefields. Their target seems to be an ancient ground-to-space cannon facility that hasn't been used since the Krogan rebellions. The site has no obvious military advantage, and the Krogan are spread too thin to deal with it.
Do we know what Cerberus is up to?
No, but we do know that Cerberus doesn't act without a plan. Get in there and stop them. Find out what they're up to while you're at it.
We'll get it done.
See to it. Hack it out.
Looks like Cerberus got that cannon operational, Commander. I'll go back up, get a read on what they're shooting at.
Get on it. All right, let's find the control room for those cannons. Kill anything in our way.
Right behind you, Shepard.
Time to sleep.
Commander, I have a visual on an inbound Cerberus cruiser. The cannon fire is clearing the way. If that ship makes it to bombardment range, the Krogan resistance is in trouble.
Keep track of it, Lieutenant.
On it.
Wow, that was a terrible shot. Better. Really should have reloaded. Also need to have that on. Yeah, after this, I'm going to go ahead and take care of the, I'm going to go ahead and take care of all of the, resource stuff, because I have to find those mercenaries anyway. And I really just have to find them before I do the Krogan mission. So, like, everything in this game is, like, mission-based, rather than time-based.
Control center secure. Then I think it's time to test this cannon. Not the kind of Krogan relic I expected to find.
So I needed that.
They cut power to the console.
You'll need to get the power back on.
Let's move!
They're shuttling in reinforcements, fortifying their position.
Fortifying, you mean like trying to retake is actually, I think, the word that you were looking for there. Trying miserably to retake. I love this thing. Equal opportunity murder, that's what I say. I love the fact that the combat drone moves. Like, just that alone is enough to warrant that thing being awesome. Give it a rocket launcher or a flamethrower and it's damn near unstoppable. Especially online. Online, that thing is so great.
I've rerouted the power to the main console. Heading back now.
Eh. I love this gun. I really wish I had this gun online, because this gun online is just so awesome.
Commander, cruiser initiating bombardment.
Cannon control restored. Targeting enabled. Coordinates, Lieutenant.
Uploaded.
Firing.
Direct starboard hit, Commander. Target breaking up. Repeat, direct hit.
You did it! All right. Good work, everyone.
Shepard, with those Krogan cannons operational, Cerberus has actually given us the advantage in that system. The enemy's pulling back, but we think they'll try to seize the facility again.
Seems likely.
I'm sending an Alliance team to keep it secure. They've got a foothold in a strong defensive position, thanks to you.
Glad to hear it.
Good work, Commander. Hack it out.
And now that that's done, I can go flying, gallivanting, all that stuff around the system to collect all the resources that I didn't collect before. And as usual, basically, I'm just going to cut all the jumping around stuff.
Hope we find every race that sat back while we bled and get some payback.
Yeah, that's a great plan. Follow war with more war.
I like you. You and I need to talk.
Commander?
And because it wasn't a big important mission, like I really kind of wanted to avoid doing anything like huge and like galaxy shaking. Good thing there's fuel here. So, Krogan DMZ. Boom. 33%. Check that out. And I got some fuel. For refueling in this game, just go buy the... Now, if you do plot your course properly, you can, you'll never have to worry about fuel. Yes! Shadowbroker Wet Squad. So now I can go and talk to the Shadow Broker. Hopefully I picked right. Yes. Oh, thank God I picked right. Because I am really low on fuel right now. And that is exactly what I needed. Now, normally, I wouldn't pick up the rest of this stuff. Like, I wouldn't pick up that other fuel, but I'm here, so I might as well. Also, by the time this is all said and done, I'll have a lot of stuff to take to the Citadel, so... So the advantage for you guys is you don't have to sit here and watch as I traverse all this stuff. I can cut all the transporting stuff out and just leave in all the good bits about me running from system to system collecting stuff. In other words, you guys didn't sit here for nearly 20 minutes doing system scans, only to have to come back to the systems later on. Nice. %100%. So during the interlude, I kind of figured what I'll do is I'll just literally just jump straight from one system to the next rather than... So you guys won't even see me go back to the home system if there's nothing there. So you guys won't see me come back to this system, you'll just see me jump straight to the next system. When I'm done doing everything in this star system. Is that Garvuk? No. Okay, so I think this is the one that I always, yeah. For some reason, I always get this one messed up. Because it's like, if you notice where this is, it actually shows you the direction of the system. And I always get lost in this system because I never pay attention to where that stupid arrow is. Oh, and for those of you guys who didn't catch it, the field that was right there, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things in the system. As you guys can see. I just already picked up the fuel, so... There is something on every single planet in the system. And fuel. Yeah, this is one of those systems where you don't have a choice. You're going to end up running into the Reapers here, so it's best to just scan and run. Great. I'm cutting audio for a second. To the next system. So like I'll show you guys the jump to the next system so you guys know which system I'm in. So like for instance you guys will know that this is the Hades Gamma. But like I said, I'm just gonna go straight from on the video, it'll look like I just went straight from Argus, whatever that system was called, straight to Hades Gamma rather than having to go all the way back. It cuts down on time. That's literally the only reason. Also, it makes the game look better. That's right. I admit it. But cutting bits and pieces out of a video game to make it look better. Make it seem more interesting. No. To actually speed the process along, I actually use the arrow keys and the mouse at the same time. Or the directional keys, the WASD keys, to spin the planet. And if you scroll the mouse as well, it kind of speeds things along. So while you're not moving the mouse, the planet is still kind of spinning, so it kind of makes things go a little bit faster. I'll demonstrate that for you guys here, which I might have just shot myself in the foot. So if I do this, like, the planet moves, but it stops every time I move the mouse, and if I hold, then it moves, but I can actually make it go a little bit faster by doing both at the same time. I'm sure by this point everybody knows that, but and also the advantage is a lot of times this stuff all fits on one screen. So I don't have to do any like weird flying around like I had to do in whatever that system was called. I know it started with an A and it had like a G-U-R-D or something. But there's a letter that I'm missing and I don't really care to go back and look. And if you happen to find yourself in a position where you run out of fuel. So, if anyone is wondering why I take the routes that I take while I'm doing this, it's because I plan to use the most fuel first, in the hopes that by the time I get done scanning the last system or reach the last system, I have, if I run out of fuel, I run out of fuel on my way back to the home system. Because at that point it doesn't matter, because I can just jump back to the Citadel. Rather than being like halfway out and so like rather than being way out here. So if I go out here, here, then here and here, or here and here, then I risk running out of fuel in this area and it would just take me back. So that's why I do that. And a lot of times you end up wasting some of that fuel too, which is really sad. I hate wasting resources. I absolutely hate it. Especially if they can be used for something. So the good news is I've just looked down at my clock and it doesn't seem like I'm going to have a problem hitting my 2-hour mark that I was aiming for. Because, you know, going from star system to star system takes an insanely long amount of time, even once you've already done all the system scans, apparently. But fortunately, I'm down to 2 star systems, and one of them, this one, is just the home system. Yay, or at least it is for now. It'll expand later on in the game, which will make things less fun. Honestly, your best bet is to save all your system scans for last, but like I said, there's certain missions like the Shadow Broker ones that kind of require you to do system scans. But if you know what system they're in, you can just scan that one specific system and then save the rest for later. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think this song is on the soundtrack. Because I have the Mass Effect 3 soundtrack, and I don't remember the Star System song being on there. I might be wrong, though. Like, there's a lot of really quiet music on there. Alright, so now it's time to head back to everyone's favorite place, the Citadel.